The St. Joseph's men's and women's cross-country teams are headed to Richmond for Saturday's 2015 Atlantic 10 Cross-Country Championships. The Hawks have prepared all season for this race, which will be hosted by the University of Richmond at Paul Green Park.
I got to tell you, the Atlantic 10, even more than last year, is this huge mix of teams. There is no, I don't know if there is a favorite. LaSalle just put themselves in one of the favorites for next week. But Fordham has had the best team they've had in years. George Mason is defending champs. Davidson's running better than they have. Dayton just ran phenomenally last weekend. St. Louis is running well. Duquesne is running well. And the answer to your question then is, yeah, I think they're as ready as they're going to get, give or take our practice this afternoon when we get done doing this interview. But yeah, I do. I think there's a lot of confident guys that are ready to go.
I feel like we're as ready as we can be right now with, like you said, only 2 months of my style coaching for them. They've all transitioned really well to my style of coaching, and they're all open-minded, and they're racing, and they're ready to go.
Paul Green has a couple of things. It's not cross-country in the traditional sense, and that is it's flat as a pancake. We're standing on Paul Green Park, except that this is red and that's green. But what Paul Green Park offers for spectators is a great two-loop course. You can stand in one spot and see them every 6 to 8 minutes. So from a spectator's point of view, that's nice. And as I get older as a coach, that's nice. From the athlete's point of view, what Paul Green Park allows is the ability for everybody to kind of, it doesn't favor any one type of runner. There are some light rises and falls that are okay, but it really allows people to make their moves when they want to, early or late, to go on strength versus speed. I don't know. It's one of those weird things because I always consider myself a traditionalist. I always thought that the more hills, the better. And yet Paul Green Park is a place I would go every year if they had the conference championships there.
I'm excited. I think that's a good word to use. And I think I'm going to say probably cautiously optimistic. I think because I am excited with how they've responded to the training, that I think that they can run really, really well. I don't think it'll be a repeat of last year. I think we're going to go way north of where they finished last year.
St. Joseph's returns graduate student co-captain Paul Szulewski and senior co-captain Lauren Hehir, both of whom will enter their 4th Atlantic 10 championship races on Saturday. Their experience will guide the Hawks at this year's conference meet.
I think leading up to the race, just using my past experience and helping the freshmen out so they know what to expect going into it. They have one less thing to worry about and can really just relax and go at it. And then come race time, just execute Glavin's race plan right from the beginning and hopefully have about 5 or 6 guys right there with me leading the way.
I'm definitely very fortunate and grateful that this is my 4th consecutive A10 cross-country championship, and I feel that having that experience, I've just kind of been able to be the helpful voice of reason for my teammates, just with questions, and especially this year because this is my 2nd time racing this course at A10. So, we've given them the lowdown on the entire course, basically. They don't even need to see it. So, yeah, I think it's just been really helpful just to have someone to go to with, the little questions and just to explain to them why this is an important meet and why we care so much about it.
In addition to veteran experience, the Hawks will send a pair of 2-time Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Week selections to A10s this weekend as freshmen Shawn Hutchison and Lindsey Oremus will represent the Crimson and Gray in their first collegiate conference championships.
I am so excited about A10s. It's going to be an awesome race. I'm looking forward to seeing some new competition as well as some girls that I've already ran against this year, along with my team. Last year they didn't finish the season how they wanted to. I know that for sure. But this year we're back, and I think that we're better than ever. And I'm really looking forward to going out there with those girls and making my debut. Coach Mel got us off to a great start. Her training style is awesome. I've adapted so well to it. I think that's really helped me throughout this entire process, but also just right there along with my team is I always want to do the best. I always want to push for them. So it definitely, with all those 3 combined, I think that's definitely the point that really made me succeed.
Both have played major roles in each team's success this season and will be expected to influence SJU's scoring this weekend.
It's obviously my first college championship race, so it's going to be a different feeling. It's going to be a different style of racing. I'm going to have to kind of jump right into it and just get out there and just do the best that I can for myself and for my team. And I hope we do great.
It's really humbling running with Paul Szulewski and Quinn Davis and great kids like that, and just doing hanging on to workouts with them and just just like being around everyone, like everyone's got goals, and like it's really cool just to be around that environment.
The men's team has turned in 4 consecutive top 3 finishes since 2011, and for SJU's senior co-captain Quinn Davis, expectations are high entering his final conference race.
As a team, I mean, we're always expecting to be top 3, and there's a lot of good teams this year. The A10's very deep, so our expectations are that we're going to be in the race early, and we're going to give it everything we got to get at least top 2, hopefully win. I mean, we're expecting good things. Last year we got 3rd. It was, since I've been here, second, 3rd so far. Last year 3rd was actually a disappointment for us, so we're looking to bounce back from that and really just go out there and try to get the win.
I definitely have to agree with them. I think the depth is probably our biggest advantage, but on top of that, we have a ton of like championship runners on our team. Just meaning like it doesn't really matter what they've done up to this point. It's championship time, and a lot of the guys show up when it comes to that.
We have 5 to 7 guys that could all finish in the top 20 and run together as a team, and that's how we're going to race. We're going to work together, and we have to make sure that from our first guy to our 5th guy, everyone is competitive early, and everyone knows their job, and we'll be up there all together.
I think there's probably about like 5 or 6 teams going after the championship this year. No one's really established themselves as the clear-cut favorite, and I think we've put our names out there that we definitely are a team that can go for it if we put everything together at the right time.
The women's team has its own goals, and after a season of extreme individual and group improvement, junior Sarah Regnault feels that the Hawks are ready to soar at Saturday's championship race.
We didn't really know what we were heading into this season, especially during the summer. But Coach Mel has done a great job with us. She's really boosted our confidence and trusted in us in our racing. I think it took a little while for us to get used to Coach Mel, but she's done a great job, and we really trust in her now. And I think with her help, we're having a successful season as we are.
I would say one of our biggest strengths this year, because there are quite a few, the biggest strength I would say is just like the spread between our top 5 is so close that they're like, it's any day anyone can be right there, so it's really helpful. And that's helped us a lot in workouts as well, because if someone's not feeling good one day, she, like just in her one group, she's got 3 other people to pull her along. So the entire season it's just been a matter of like building confidence, and we have each other to help do that. So I think going in, we're ready to go for the A10 conference. It's gonna be good.
I'm very excited. I'm happy that I've had a healthy and injury-free season so far. Really blessed with that. And I mean, I'm going to use this course to my advantage since I have raced it already. I think I can pull the team to some success, and it's just going to be really cool to be back out there with the girls, and hopefully I'll be up in that front pack that I've been doing this year, and the team's just looking really forward to this meet.
We definitely want a top 5 finish, and we realize that this year the A10 conference is extremely competitive, but at the same time, after the momentum that we've been building throughout the season, we know we are one of the teams that's going to make it competitive. So going into the race, we're not going to let anything limit us. We're going to go in and try and be right in the thick of things and see what happens, because we prepared the entire season for it. Now it's just a matter of taking this opportunity and seeing what we can do.
All in all, St. Joseph's coaches Mike Glavin and Melody O'Reilly know that their Hawks are ready to meet their individual and team goals at the 2015 Atlantic 10 Championships.
They understand that the training they do, that the team they run for, that the program they're involved with, and that the runners they are have produced positive results the whole way through. And that means that there's no reason to expect anything else. So first time in, you think you're good, there's a little nervousness. That piece goes away here. There's excitement, there's anticipation, but the nervousness part goes away because we've been doing this each year. We've been a couple of seconds and a couple of thirds over the last 4 years. There's no reason to expect we're going to be 7th.
I think they're going to meet a lot of their goals. Some of them have already surpassed their goals that they set for themselves, and their team goal was to finish, I believe, 5th, was their team goal. And I do think that we can be up in that range this year. I think they're ready to go. They're confident. That their confidence has kind of grown throughout the season with every race that they've run. And, I'm just excited to see them race.
The 2015 Atlantic 10 Cross Country Championships are scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. with the men's race, while the women's race will kick off at 10:50 a.m. For Hawks All Access, I'm Sarah LaMacha.